this since 5 a.m. It's like 8 something. So everybody was saying my makeup looks so good. Thank you. As you can see from the shirt, I just got home because I participated in lobby day this year. And you might ask, well, what is lobby day? Basically, it's where you go to the Capitol and you basically speak to representatives and senators of your state about whatever, you know, issues or laws in the process of making, laws that are being made and are being like passed around to try to be put into law. Basically anything you don't like. Okay, I got my pamphlet. My little folder. This had all of the things that like we had to talk about and stuff for us. So I went with Planned Parenthood. So if you're in Texas, listen the fuck up, because this affects you, especially if you're a woman. Even if you're not a woman, but also mainly if you're a woman. But for us, our main talking points was to expand access to reproductive health care. So if you don't know, they have a lot of laws and things like that that are either in the process of being passed or have been passed that have to do with reproductive health, reproductive education, abortions, things like that. Like y'all know. So we were going around asking representatives and senators of the state to support the Care No Matter What Act, which is access to reproductive health care. Like, I feel like people forget, or no, not forget, but people don't realize that when people talk about reproductive health care, it doesn't just mean abortions. Like, it's not just abortions. We had either like 2 or 3 senators that we had to talk to in person. A lot of times we didn't talk to them. We talked to their staff because I feel like that was like a no-brainer. Like, of course they're not going to want to talk to the people that are being affected by the things that they're trying to pass. Like, of course they're not going to want to talk to us. And I feel like that's such a coward thing to me, because it's just like, you can't make these inhumane laws and try to pass them, but then throw the rock and hide your hand when it's time to actually speak with them and like, hey, this affects me. Like, this is how this affects me. They don't want to fucking hear it. But hey, whatever. The people I spoke to today were not mean or, you know, what we expected. Well, I spoke with their staff, but I spoke with Representative Rafael Anchia. And they were in support of, you know, what we're in support of. Shout out to that representative. Rafael is a Democratic, and he's from Texas. Love that. Now the other one, I had Tan Parker. He's a senator. He's from Flower Mound. He was a Republican. We talked to their staff, and she was really nice, but she was playing it very smart. She was keeping it very neutral. I appreciate the professionalism, but this ain't about professionalism. This is about like real life. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much what we did. We had it started off with a rally. We had lunch and stuff. I actually went to lunch. I made a new friend. Hello. And we actually went like outside of where we were, but no, it was cool. We went to this place, I forgot the name of it, but we went there and had lunch. Even though, you know, they provided like free lunch and stuff, it was probably gonna be sandwiches. Then after we had lunch, we did a rally.
Someone in our family that we love, someone in our community who's been impacted by the incredible withdrawal of funding for reproductive health care, and who've been impacted by the terrible abortion ban in our state. And today's your opportunity to come and share your truth, to share your story, to make sure that these lawmakers, whether they have an R or a D next to their name, understand the value of what Planned Parenthood has done in your lives and in the lives of future Texans.
With Wendy Davis, who is a very important person in the Planned Parenthood world. So that was pretty cool. After the rally, then we literally like broke out and did our lobby visits. That's what they're called, our lobby visits. So we were doing that from 1 to 4. Time went by real fast. I got done with my visits at 2:30. I have to get his card, but there was a state representative that was, oh my god, he was freaking amazing. He was so amazing. He was like, if y'all want to, take a break and y'all want to, just pop in with, allies and, stuff like that, y'all can come, pop in our office or whatever. We have snacks and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. And when we went, literally, that's really what it was. His name was John something. I have his card, but I don't have it with me right now. But yeah, he was so great. Like, oh my god, it was like a breath of fresh air, because like everybody else is just so like, well, except like the first person that I was supposed to be like speaking with or whatever. Their team was really nice. Their staff was really nice. First of all, when I tell y'all, I wrecked so hard. Oh my gosh. Because like I had my first one, right? So how it worked was everybody like break out. And I had this was like at 12:45. So first of all, I had to find where I was going. Didn't know where I was going, of course. It's the freaking capital. I had to find it first. And when I found it, I'm like, oh, I saw somebody else in there. And I was like, oh, great. And she was like, oh, no, I'm just saying hi to somebody. Like, it's all you. I was not prepared. Because they broke us into groups, we didn't know who our group was, but they just told us the name of like the person that we're supposed to be speaking to. Child, the first, she was like, oh, are you here? Da, da, da. I'm like, yeah. And it was an awkward silence. I was like, yeah. So it's like she kept asking me questions that I kind of didn't really know the answer to. Mind y'all, like we did our like little training. They told us like on the way there kind of like what to do. They gave us talking points and stuff, but I just wasn't prepared because I thought that girl was going to be talking with me. I didn't know I was going to be talking about myself. So I feel like I fucking, yeah. But I mean, good thing I didn't really have to talk too much because they were in support of like what we do. But all in all, I had an amazing time. It was very empowering. This is my first time doing lobby day. I literally didn't know anything about it until literally like a month ago. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I don't know anything Planned Parenthood do. I'm all for, because yeah, everybody deserves to have access to reproductive health care and education. Like, plain and simple. It has nothing, at this point, I feel like it's the broader, I guess like the look of it. It is not just about abortion, because LGBTQA and everybody else also deserves gender affirming care. Like, come on now. Like, it's not just about abortions. And I feel like that's what people get hung up on, especially with just Planned Parenthood, period. Like, people just think, oh, y'all just be doing abortions. There's actually so many other services you can get from Planned Parenthood. You can get STD, STI testing, HIV testing, gender affirming care. The list goes on. Like, it's so many other services than that. But of course, people get hung up on that. And that's why I'm here to debunk all of that. So I have gotten services from Planned Parenthood as a college student. And when you're in college, like, or unless your parents have good insurance, stuff is not cheap, and whatever your situation is, like, things happen. So, I feel like everybody should have a choice to do what they want to do with their body. Like, that's just plain and fucking simple. So it just makes me mad, because it's like, in 2025, why are we going back in time to the 1900s? Like, why are we going back in time and going back and forth over stuff that shouldn't even be like a question? I just wanted to give my thoughts on lobby day. It was great. It was a little chilly, just a little bit. It was a little chilly, but that was just my little spill about lobby day, and it was a great experience. I met a lot of people Made some new friends. Like, everybody's so great. Everybody's like, because we're all there for the same reason. You know, everybody's stories are different, but we're all here for the same reason. And that's to, like, not have these old white men be in charge of what people should do with their bodies. At the end of the day, that's really what it's about. So if you want to know more, like, about the Care No Matter What Act, it's the House Bill 3767 and the Senate Bill 1846, by Representative Donna Howard and Senator Sarah Eckert. So yeah, and then some other ones. Defending against further attacks on abortion access, contraception, and sex ed, and defending against attacks on the LGBTQ plus community and gender affirming care. So if you just want to learn more about that, I know for sure Planned Parenthood's website has all of that. They just gave us like a little cheat sheet. I love learning more about how fucked up our state is. And if you live in Texas, like, it used to be like a proud thing to be from Texas, but now when you tell people like, oh yeah, you live in Texas, and people are like, ooh, yeah, because it fucking sucks. The laws suck. It's gone to complete SHIT. But hey, that's why I did what I did today, because I feel like today gave a little bit of hope, hopefully, that, you know, these things won't get passed, or that we will see some change. Like, literally leave us alone. Like, leave us alone, leave women alone, leave everybody alone. Like, when it comes to healthcare is literally healthcare. Like, it's not just abortions, it's literally healthcare. Like, STI testing, STD testing, HIV, all the testings that cervical testing for cervical cancer, like, that has nothing to do with abortion. Like, that's literally just healthcare. Thanks, Planned Parenthood, for making this a great experience, allowing me to meet new people, allowing me to gain this experience. I've never talked to any politicians before. I've never talked to senators, representatives. So they really made it not seem as scary, even though it's like, you're gonna be nervous, because, like, I was nervous because I'm like, oh, okay. I heard some people, some of the representatives was locking their doors. Of course, they see all the pink people. But yeah, that was my first lobby day experience. It was amazing. I definitely will be going to the rest as long as I live. So